Hi, my name is Cold Beer and let's start with Cataclismo. Hello. Hello. If you like city defense games, you should watch my video named Best 10 Games Like They Are Billions, but you won't find Cataclismo there because of how fresh and new it is. So here you will lead the last survivors in the aftermath of the world-ending event, as a corrupted forces seeks to destroy all that remains of humanity. You will build fortresses brick by brick, designing intricate and towering structures of wood and stone, and of course use them to fend off waves of horrors as they attempt to overwhelm your band of brave warriors. The coolest thing about the game is of course its highly modular building system, which allows you to design your fortresses as you desire, one piece at a time. You can use blueprints you have designed in advance, or use creations of other players. That is really awesome. Imagine meeting someone at the party and realizing that this is the creator of your favorite guard tower.
You saved me from monsters, mister, so many times. Thank you!
Also, the graphic style and visuals are really awesome. Artsy, I would even say. Game has around 90% positive reviews, so if you like tower defense games, there aren't many better options. You have all my recommendations. Tunguska, the Visitation. This is an isometric survival game that brings you to the dangerous Tunguska exclusion zone, where you will face deadly traps, infectious mutants, bandits, and well-armed rogue military. Game is inspired by the same story as a Stalker, the roadside picnic written by the Strugatsky brothers. Keep in mind that they wrote the story before any serious nuclear accident ever happened, so it's not actually tied to Chernobyl or any other nuclear disaster, just a post-apocalyptic, gritty and dark Soviet Union filled with unexplainable horrors. Although you can literally describe a casual Soviet Union without any post-apocalypse with the same words. People in the comments are saying that if you like Stalker or Atom RPG games, it's a no-brainer. Also, it has very positive reviews on Steam. Just keep in mind that despite walls of text, looting and side quests, it is an actual twin-stick shooter, and at first may be difficult to control. Although from my own experience, when you get used to it, everything will be fine. Stolen Realm. The game has a simultaneous team turn system implemented for faster combat and character scaling, meaning that no matter how many people will join you on your quest, the overall difficulty of the game will stay the same. Here, more than 240 skills in 8 distinct skill trees, 500 items and fun rewarding activities will keep you entertained. People are talking that the game is really enjoyable, but best if played in a group of 2 to 4 people. For example, I don't have this amount of friends, so I will skip it and keep my virginity strong with other games, but if you have a buddy or two, invite your both mothers-in-law and have fun together. And after that, of course, you can try this game. Rain World. Here you are a slug cat. The world around you is full of danger and you must face it alone. Separated from your family in a devastating flood, you must hunt for food and shelter between terrifying torrential flows that threaten to drown all life. So you dream about being not a slug cat but a fish cat instead, but here your dreams, just like in real life, never become a reality. You will climb through the ruins of an ancient civilization, evade the jaws of vicious predators, and discover lands teeming with strange creatures and buried mysteries. And of course, find your family before death finds you. And it would be all nice and all, but I can see a Souls-like among the tags of the game. So be assured, be absolutely 100% warranted that death will find you. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not, well, you know what I mean. People on Steam are talking that Rain World has a very steep learning curve, but once you've mastered it, you start to feel unstoppable. Also, about 90% of positive review score is not a joke. The Pale Beyond. You never wanted to lead this expedition, but here you are. Stuck on and in the ice, your captain is missing and you are stranded miles from civilization. Someone has to take charge, and that is you, unfortunately. Because, you know, knowing you now, everyone is certainly doomed. You will have to manage your resources, balance safety and morale, make the hard calls and head in the only direction you can, through the Pale Beyond. Keeping your crew and your dogs safe, fed and warm during the expedition is mandatory. You know, surviving on the ice will matter little in the face of a mutiny. Every vote will count, so keep the crew, at least the majority of it, on your side. Or you will hang and someone else will take the lead, but that won't be your story anymore. This is a wonderful, story-rich game. I can recommend it for everyone who likes games like that without a doubt. Espresso Tycoon. Here you will build a coffee shop of your dreams, where your customers can relax and drink delicious coffee. And you will feel like a real cafe owner, an empire builder, and create the whole strategy for your success. I always like games like that because they teach us how business works. What do you need to start one in real life, what are the dangers, the downsides, and so on. When you play games like that, you don't have to deal with real people, so you get all the benefits and no pressure. Also, no real money. Oh well. So here you'll spend your time decorating, hiring and managing employees, taking care of the supply chain, analyzing the budget, and advertising your coffee shop. The latter is the most important thing, at least in real life, because even the best product won't sell if nobody knows that it is the best. An enormous portion of every business should be allocated to advertising if you want to succeed. I spent 15 years in advertising agencies, so I saw the numbers, believe me. Anyway, the game has very positive reviews, and if you like tycoons like that, you will definitely have a great time managing your own coffee shop. Trepang 2. He will take on the shoes of an escaped soldier who has no memories of his past life but is infused with supernatural abilities. All you want is revenge for something, you know, and you'll stop at nothing. You will deliver devastating punches, sneak around in the shadows, wield powerful weapons, and give the bad guys a taste of their own medicine. Or a taste of pineapple in the potato salad, which is way worse and should be banned by Convention of Geneva or something. So anyway, as you can already tell, the game has strong horror vibes and has visuals and atmosphere similar to legendary Fear games. Here you'll find 6 difficulty levels, so even if it looks hard to crack, on easy it is quite easy. Game has above 90% of positive reviews on Steam, and you can play the free demo version as well. In Other Waters. This is one of the coolest indie games I have stumbled on recently. Story begins when Ellery is called to the planet Gliese, only to arrive at an abandoned base. She finds herself adrift in an ocean of secrets with little more than a malfunctioning diving suit and a strange AI to guide her. And you play not as an Ellery, as you already assumed, but as this AI. How the turns have tabled, huh? So you have to guide Ellery and keep her safe as you dive deeper and explore an underwater alien landscape. The planet's unique life and its dark history are yours to uncover, and the bond between you and Ellery will be tested by the secrets you learn. People are talking that this game floats somewhere between an art project, a work of fiction, and an experiment in minimalist UI design. I absolutely agree, and I will add the fact that this game is awesome, and if you like stuff like that, you should definitely try it out. Besiege. This is a physics-based building game in which you construct medieval siege engines and lay waste to immense fortresses and peaceful villages. Build a machine which can crush windmills, wipe out battalions of brave soldiers, and transport valuable resources, defending your creation against cannons, archers, and everything else. Game looks beautiful, the art style is 10 cold beers out of 10, and the same is difficulty, at least at the beginning, because my machines did more harm to themselves than to their surroundings. Anyway, I promise you that after a bit of practice you will build your incredible mechanical potato of terror and destroy some peaceful castles. Paradise Killer. On Steam it has above 90% of positive reviews, so that should keep your attention. This game is set on an island outside of reality and revolves around a rogue human civilization hoping to resurrect the dead alien gods. That already sounds crazy, but the gameplay and the story somehow makes sense and is truly captivating. The game was nominated as the best adventure of the year by PC Gamer, got 9 out of 10 from IGN, and is a true gem for everyone hungry for amazing story-rich game. People are saying that this is one of these games which you would want to forget, and in a good sense. If the mind eraser was already invented, this would be one of the most popular things to erase from your memory so you could play it again. Murky Divers. This is basically a Lethal Company clone with a Subnautica setting. You will dive with a team of up to 4 friends or strangers to the bottom of the ocean. Your mission is to remove all dead bodies from abandoned labs and erase any evidence on their failed experiments. And those experiments are what left all these lab rats dead. So prepare to meet some nightmares of the deep. They are really creepy. All in all, this is a horror game to play with friends, to scream together and generate nervous laughter afterwards. Also, your oxygen will run out way quicker than you expect, so there are a lot of ways to die, but you should avoid that. Dying is not what you want. And another fun part is your submarine. You'll have to navigate blindly only with the help of sonar to avoid dangers. Great game to finally acquire the fear of the ocean, although be sure you are okay with motion sickness. This game is known to generate one. Time Warpers. This is a first-person action-adventure clicker. You may call it an incremental game. There is always a fun upgrade to look forward to, and the numbers keep getting bigger. You will collect gold, upgrade your weapons and teammates, and even join up with other players in the world as you defeat the enemies and get stronger. If you're wondering what this game is really about, you can play the previous title called The Time Warpers on Steam for free. People on Steam are saying that the game is very addicting, but also mindless, suitable very well for passing boring periods of your life.
So, you mean every minute I live, yeah?
Oh come on, get a hobby. Citizen Sleeper. This is a serious game for serious people, and it has above 90% of positive reviews, meaning that this is a great game no matter how you look at it. Citizen Sleeper is a narrative RPG which takes you on Erlen's Eye, a ruined space station that is home to thousands of people trying to survive on the edges of an interstellar capitalist society. You are a sleeper, a digitized human consciousness in an artificial body, owned by a corporation that wants you back. So literally, someone owns your ass and the rest of you, and amongst the unfamiliar and colorful inhabitants of the Eye, you need to build friendships, earn your keep, and navigate the factions of this strange metropolis if you hope to survive. Game is text-based, with multiple endings, beautiful drawings, and sci-fi cyberpunk atmosphere. It's like a great book where you can actually tell the hero what he must do. Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. This is a real-time strategy game that follows the war between humanity and Legion's synthetic intelligent machine network. And Legion is another AI that emerged after Skynet was erased from existence. You know, the franchise needed an enemy, and to be honest, new enemy is always better than...
Somehow Palpatine returned.
So in the campaign you will take the role of a commander in the Founders, a force made up of the remnants of the US military. You will guide your army in an attempt to mess a little with the Legion's plan to exterminate the last remnants of humanity. So in this near future, both in game timeline and in our real world probably as well, you will have to show that evil ChatGPT who the real boss is. And in skirmish and multiplayer modes you can choose one of three very diverse factions: Founders, Movement, and Legion itself. You will often use the battlefield to your advantage. Physics-based building demolition lets you generate a realistic set of tactical consequences, especially in urban areas. Your resources here are limited, so every obstacle can serve to your advantage. People who play the game are agreeing that this is a very focused RTS, with challenging tactical mechanics and great storyline. The downside is that Terminator Dark Fate Defiance punishes you for mistakes a bit too harshly, and it is quite buggy. But developers are constantly, at least when I wrote the short review, updating the game and fixing various stuff, so it will only get better. Thief Simulator 2. It is time for you to become a thief. Steal from the rich, commit some burglaries, live the life of your dreams. No matter what others say, always keep in mind that every profession is honorable. Also, before committing to crime full-time, you can also try this game. People are saying that it will seriously teach you a thing or two. Although keep in mind that a thief's trade is not just an easy jog in the park. In order to get some practice, you will start with petty theft. This is how you'll gain the experience required to access more and more risky and, most importantly, more profitable jobs. You will gain levels, unlock new opportunities, and get new useful tools. You know, every modern thief must have modern tools from AliExpress. As developers say, it's not only a crowbar and binoculars, but also an advanced equipment that becomes available as you progress, such as a laptop for hacking through security systems. I never knew that special laptops for hacking existed, but well, who am I to disagree? People on Steam are saying that this game will tickle your adrenal glands, so maybe don't drink too much coffee before playing. 8-bit Hordes. Basically, this is a Warcraft 3 if it would be made using the Minecraft engine. Here you'll find two factions, the Dark Orcs and their undead friends versus those annoying humans, dwarves, elves, and all that puny stuff in general. You will collect resources, build up and defend your base, amass your army of evil or, you know, pathetic good, and ultimately crush your opponents. Game offers 24 offline campaign missions, 12 co-op missions to play with your mother-in-law, and 10 multiplayer maps that support up to 8 trolls online, literally and figuratively. AI is present as well. It has multiple difficulty options, also it can play in a team with you or destroy you. Game is easy to understand and is really user-friendly. If you like RTS games, there is no doubt that you may like this one as well. UBOAT. This is a simulator of a submarine from the Second World War era, yet it is different from other more action-oriented games. U-Boat is a survival sandbox with crew management mechanics, while its primary theme is life of German sailors. The boat is their home, but it can become their grave at any time. The game is influenced by Fallout Shelter, XCOM, and also the movie Das Boot. They even use the same decals for the submarine as seen in the movie. So you'll have to control the crew in order to control your boat. You will look after their mental and physical health, make sure the sailors won't become angry or tired. If their spirit is low, there is a chance of whining, bad morale, and even a skirmish. So as real Germans back then would say,
yeah, so take care of them and make Hitler proud, ja, by sinking those ships of capitalist America, ja, Bier mit Sauerkraut, ja, wunderbar.
SteamWorld Dig 2. Game takes you on a mining adventure forged in Metroidvania flames. When an old trading town is struck by mysterious earthquakes, it's up to you, a lone steambot, along with your unlikely companion, to uncover what trembling terrors lies beneath. And you know what you will uncover deep below?
Your fat mama snoring.
Oh come on, no, it's a secret and you will have to discover it by yourself. So you will dig your way underground and explore vivid worlds riddled with treasure, secrets, and deadly traps. Fight dangerous enemies at every turn of the underworld, including shadowy creatures and the haunted remains of an ancient electrical threat. Well, this game is obviously story-rich, and that is awesome. Ryse, Son of Rome. Another game with a ridiculous price tag. Ryse looks like God of War, Shadow of War, and Assassin's Creed smashed together, and that is never a bad thing. He will take on a role of a Roman soldier who joins the army to avenge the slaying of your family and then become a hero who must fight to save the Roman Empire itself. Well, we all know that the Roman Empire is no more, so spoilers, you failed, but in the end it doesn't really matter what you did or didn't. All it matters that you had fun by killing hundreds of enemies and did that in satisfying manner. People on Steam are talking that Ryse, Son of Rome is really nice. The game is short, sweet, and enjoyable. A very positive review score left by tens of thousands of buyers can confirm that with ease. The Forest Quartet. This is a puzzle adventure about a gone but not forgotten lead singer. You will play as a spirit and travel around the inner worlds unique to the members of your band for a final concert. Face their emotions, solve puzzles, and fight the corruption plaguing their souls. To be honest, this is a very odd concept. Why all of the band members, including you, are dead? Some terrorist attack? Car crash? Drugs? Pineapple in their potato salad? We will never know. Well, that is not true. I just never played the game. Maybe it will explain everything for you in the first 2 minutes. Anyway, more than 90% of reviews are positive, so if you like puzzles and calm, relaxing games in general, it seems like a great pick for you. And now, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time, bye!